All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Indoor Farmer, episode 163, Monday night, 8:30 Central Time. Let's hit it. We're going to play our little intro song. If you're watching this, you may be watching the replay. Check out the show. Tell us what you think. Just leave a comment, and I will get back to it. Now, we'll be right back in about 3 minutes and 50 seconds for the live show. Let's go.
Every corner of the city, where the wildfire's strong and bright, lives a man named Waylon, with his green thumb at his mic. He's not your typical farmer, no fields, no barn, no plow. His farm's indoors, his harvest shared on the airwaves now. Waylon the indoor farmer, with his podcast every night. He's sowing seeds of knowledge, making our world a little more bright. From Sunday through to Thursday, his voice is on the line, bringing folks together, making learning so divine. On Sunday, games are rolling, at 5:30 they start. The Indoor Farmers Game Night, where laughter plays a part. Monday brings his story, how he learned to farm and grow. The Indoor Farmer shares his journey, making it a show. With every episode, a chapter of his life, teaching us to live more green, reducing all our strife. Waylon the indoor farmer, with his podcast every night. He's sowing seeds of knowledge, making our world a little more bright. From Sunday through to Thursday, his voice is on the line, bringing folks together, making learning so divine. Tuesdays for the reviews of people, places, things. Waylon's got the scoop, from artisans to local wings. Wednesday we grow Wednesday, where the mind expands, discussing food and farming with experts from the land. He's not just growing plants, but communities as well. Through his microphone he casts a spell. Thursday, people in the boxes, where stories intertwine, with guests from all walks sharing what they've seen. Each podcast is a seed planted in our mind. Waylon's cultivation of culture and of kind. Waylon the indoor farmer, with this podcast every night. He's sowing seeds of knowledge, making our world a little more bright. From Sunday through to Thursday, his voice is on the line, bringing folks together, making learning so divine. So if you're feeling lonely or need a touch of green, tune into Waylon's podcast, where the urban farms the sea. He's not just farming indoors, he's harvesting our thoughts. Waylon the indoor farmer, connecting all the dots. He's not just growing indoors, he's harvesting our thoughts. Waylon the indoor farmer, connecting all the dots. In a cozy corner of the city, where the wildfire's strong and bright, lives a man.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Indoor Farmer, episode 163. It is Monday night. We are officially in the winter over here in Illinois. We got snow today. We're all snowed in over here. Not really snowed in, but it's just a tiny brisk of snow. I don't know if that's the right way to use the word brisk, but hey, we're gonna keep it rolling, guys. I see everybody popping in all over the place on Twitch, Rumble, X, Twitter. X is Twitter and Rumble and Kick and all over the place. YouTube, Facebook. What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? Now, if you could help us out, hit that like button and share this live stream wherever you can, to whoever you can. Tonight, I have quite a bit of footage here. We're going to check out some things. I got some new plants. We got some new plants, courtesy of Red 6. I might have to go grab those because I can't remember the other name. I have some Jezebel and something else. Maybe Red 6 will come through and just tell me without me having to get up. That could be great. So it is December 2nd. December 2nd here, Monday night, 8:30 Central Time, every Monday. The Indoor Farmer, it's all about the fact that we have some very big things in common with every person that we ever will meet or ever know, and the ones that we don't. And it's not just that we have to eat, it's that everything that comes along with that, everything that comes along with eating and sustaining and living and all of that. We all live, we all maybe have ups and downs, we have a lot of things in common. And shows like this are all about trying to build on that versus a show that wants to, you know, be divisive in some way, and that's fine. There's a whole reason to have those kind of shows too. But the Indoor Farmer is usually about trying to uplift and trying to motivate people to maybe just think about this kind of stuff a little bit more. Not necessarily having to get your hands in the dirt, although we know we got some people that do that for sure. We got Colin in the house. What's up, man? Got Margaret, Kayla. Hello, hello. Cindy over there jumping all over the place. Thank you. What's up, Kristen? What's up, Terry? Hello, hello, hello. Brenda in the house. I see you jumping all over too. Thank you very much. So I got some good footage tonight. We got some other seeds too that Red 6 gave me, some autos. I took a picture of that at least. So we're gonna pull that up here in a minute. I have been interested to go and check out other farms or at least other grows. And during the winter time, it's going to have to be somebody that grows things indoors. During the summer, I would love to show off more things outside. I am not opposed to the outside. I guess I didn't say it yet, but I'm your host. Hi, I'm your host, Waylon, the Indoor Farmer, and it's the name is more about the average person trying to do some more things they can inside. Not necessarily having to do everything inside. And I know a lot of you out there have been watching me long enough to hear me say these kind of things a lot, because this is something that weighs on me all the time. Is like, how do you define yourself, and what is it that you're really trying to get across to people? And the name could be confusing because a lot of people think cannabis directly. And yes, I do have now. I have some cannabis growing again, thanks again to Red 6. But we're going to show you guys that here in a minute. Yeah, it's not just the cannabis. It's all about what can we do indoors, and it doesn't even have to be food. If you're using your basement or your garage or something to do something like growing, like I have worms, like a worm bin, or anything else that is sort of an organic type of a method to reuse waste or to be ingenuity, using ingenuity to do things at home in a way where you don't have to seek help from the outside world. That's the similar mindset that we're talking about on this show. So I do have a bunch of stuff. So let me get it up here. I did see a good news. It's funny. Another thing I struggle with a lot, which a lot of you have seen, is the cannabis use. Now, I am a disabled veteran, but that doesn't necessarily mean only disabled veterans can use cannabis. But I do have the medical card. I use the Illinois laws to grow my own cannabis, my own medicine, right? And it weighs on me because a smaller creator like myself trying to get out there and trying to get seen, those things can hurt you in the algorithm, and plenty of things can hurt you in the algorithm, right? But I saw some. This was good news. So I was watching this podcast. You might have heard of Kill Tony. I've been watching it lately. I talked about it a few times, just because it's been like right there. I've been watching it, and you watch something so often, you start to like talk like that thing. And we talked about Red Six, and I talked about that recently. So the reason I bring it up is because they're now like I saw an episode where they're smoking a blunt on screen, and this is the biggest live podcast I think there is. Joe Rogan's not live, and they're friends, of course. They do the show at Joe Rogan's Comedy Club now. But that's huge for me because it gives me a little bit of hope. Now, obviously, these guys are much bigger and more sort of well known, and they have connections. And so when they decide to smoke weed on screen, then it's not going to hurt them as much, right? I get that. But to that point, though, it may be at least affecting. It might start to affect the social media algorithms, the internet algorithms on who will want to sponsor and pay money for ads and those kind of things. All of that stuff, once it becomes more normal, more mainstream, then guys like me might be able to come out of it on top. You sent an interesting use for potatoes earlier. Okay, I will have to check that out, Cindy. What's up, Alan? Ed says, "Fuck politics." Well, Ed, you know what? I get it, and I can talk about politics without talking about politics, because everything I talk about, there is a realm in politics that deals with these things. Farming and agriculture, nutrition, drugs and medicine, all of these things are severe, like huge topics in politics, right? But as long as you're not using a bunch of politicians' names and political speak as far as like the bills and the different laws, we don't need to go into that, but we can talk about the base thing, right? The thing that we all have in common, which is like needing space to develop our own personal, ways of living life and thriving and building our own ecosystems, as it were, as far as like growing your own food in the way that you want to grow it. And you may grow this, but you might not grow that. And so the individualism there is pretty high still. You don't have to grow everything that someone else is growing. What's up, Timothy? How are you, brother? Guys, I guess I should get it out of the way. I did not get time today to get the game night winners taken care of, so I do apologize. I had an appointment that I forgot about. It was interesting. I went and got a massage. Has anyone out there had a massage ever? I've never had a massage. I never paid. I didn't pay for one today. I actually got a free massage from the VA, courtesy of the VA. And thank you. That was something I never thought about even asking for. So I don't know who I'm thanking, but I don't like to be too nice to the VA. You have to kind of keep their feet to the fire, and no offense to any specific person that works there. It's more or less like a bureaucracy that you have to kind of constantly keep nudging to make sure that you get what you need. And that kind of sounds selfish, but sometimes they'll push off surgeries, sometimes they'll push off injuries. And I've had this injury going on a year now, at least. I've had this shoulder injury going on, and man, it's been a question mark. And today I think I got some answers. So I got a free massage, and I thought it was going to be like one free massage, right? Turns out I get a one massage every week for the next 12 weeks. So yes, if you haven't gotten one out there, is anybody? Let's see in the comments. Comment below if you have gotten a professional massage, and I'm not talking about a happy hands, happy ending massage, right? We made a joke about that actually with the VA. They're gonna send me the cheapest place, right? They're gonna send me to like place I got to walk down an alleyway, that smells like piss or something. No, it was actually really, really a really nice place I went to in Peoria. I won't name the place, I guess, but it was a nice place. But man, Holy cow, does it hurt? The pain. Everybody probably knows this who's had one before, but whoo, it was painful, but in a good way, kind of. Like at first, it was worse. She was hitting both shoulders separately. Oh wow, oh wow! I just touched my shoulder muscles, and they hurt. It hurts to touch. Woo! Ouch. Um, the thing though is, I could physically feel the knots getting smaller as she was working on them. And man, like it was like she hurt me good. She hurt me good. It was crazy. Ben says yes. Colin says heck yeah. I'm guessing you both had massages. Edward says my father was a disabled veteran, spent a lot of time in the VA. Yeah, man. It's gotten better though, and I shouts out again. I guess, man, two shouts out to the VA today. They have made it much easier, and I don't think it was the VA directly making it much easier. What we had that big issue. I believe it was during Trump's presidency last term, and I think there was a bunch of stuff happening in the VA where there were deaths happening. There was that story of the an old man being found in the shower and he was dead, and there was like days before anyone had checked on him. There was a few stories like that happening, and so now on a good note, they actually created this thing called community care. I believe it's called community care, and they can send us to local places, and especially. So I got a call today that said I had a physical therapy appointment tomorrow, and they wanted to send me to community care because I wouldn't be getting seen quick enough, or in some whatever other reasons, but basically a speed thing. And so I was like, okay, yeah, I'll take it. So I'm going to be going to a physical therapy appointment, but not at the VA now. And so anyway, it's a good thing. I think the care in the community makes a lot of sense. Our community is who cares about the veterans, and if you're in the VA system, the VA as a professional, as a medical professional, I could see you start to get, even more jaded than some of the medical professionals do in our hospitals. And I tell you what, if you're just if you're a nurse or a medical professional in a hospital, and you're sort of getting jaded with your regular, all the regular customers that maybe and patients that maybe are not so nice to work with or whatever it is, they are still going to look at a veteran a little bit differently. And now maybe, and don't get me wrong, some people maybe look at us negatively, but for the most part, if you're going to get seen at a regular hospital, they will look at you in a different light, and in a more positive light, I think, than their average, like a returning patient that's been a pain in their butt multiple times, the kind of other end of the spectrum, if you will. But and I've seen it firsthand, not as a veteran, but as an employee at a hospital. And so it's very important to have options. If you can't go to the VA for it, send me to some other facility, and that gives you varying degrees of success, right? Versus just the one place that was getting hammered. One failed surgery after another. Yeah, I had several of those too. Yep. Even tried acupuncture. Holy cow, Ben. That's that would be, I don't know about that. Has anyone else tried acupuncture? Oof. Exactly what you're saying. I think the tenderness will trigger a response for the rehealing your, but yeah, and since I'm going to be going multiple times, she was telling me that should sort of go away, or at least it becomes less painful each time. It's a fight for him going back to the early 60s. Yeah, yep, it is. It's always like the records. It seems like they just toss their records out the window. They don't know. There's no obligation for the military to keep your records. Hello, Debbie. How are you? He passed in 2015. Well, condolences, Ed. Condolences, man. And since you had seen that, at least you have an idea of what that side of things was, and I think it's good to have perspective as far as somebody in your family with that journey, not just military, but then the VA and all of the after stuff, right? Okay. Well, I don't want to take too long to get to the pictures. So let's get back to the pictures here. You had to take sessions, but it fixed my sciatica issues. Wow, for the with the acupuncture. Okay, interesting. Debbie, how are you? We're talking about we were just talking about massage therapy and acupuncture. I got some massages authorized through the VA, so I was talking about my experience today. Um, all right, let's play a little background tunage, I guess, while we hang out here. We'll play the WTIF anthem. Show you what I got growing on. I got quite a few pictures actually today. That was good. Very good. Very good. Where am I at? Okay. Oh, and I want to one last thing before I go to the full on the pictures. Next week, I want to keep plugging this. Not this coming Sunday, but the Sunday after, the 15th of December. I will be on a panel, a discussion panel over on X. So shouts out to Apothecary and Dr. Martin, Doc Martin, I should say, and all the other panelists that are going to be on that. It's going to be fun. We're going to be talking about farming in different aspects. Some people they're all going to be taking different topics, and I'm going to talk about indoor growing, of course, and we'll probably have a back and forth with that. So it's going to be good. Next, the 15th, December 15th. So let's play this here. Do it. Sure. Our winner was who was our winner? Michael? I don't think I wrote it down, but yeah, pretty sure. I gotta circle that, make sure I know who won. Yeah, Michael Black won twice in a row. Congrats, Michael. And all the other winners, I'll make sure we take care of that tomorrow. I would think about doing it tonight, but we'll see how long these go. So what we're looking at is some pepper cuttings that I've taken, and they are starting to root, but they're not visible roots yet. They're just they're still taking up some water, and they are starting to grow more peppers. They're just little cuttings. They were being messed with by the mice before I got that taken care of. Look at this mouse trap here. I did take a better picture of it later, but I accidentally poured sulfur on it. A sulfate, I think it is. No, sulfur. It's sulfur, yeah. And so I left it. It's still triggered, or it's still not triggered, but it's still set. Still set traps, so I just left it. Now we also got two more set traps, not these, but there's one right here with peanut butter, and there's one back behind this plant here. This is another pepper cutting that I took. You see this pineapple? It's still looking pretty decent. It's kind of dying at the tips. I'm not 100% sure if it's good or bad, but the pH is a little bit high in the system, so I did take a little pH dip, and I took a picture of it. Now look at here. I've got hard water. Even though it's going through the RO system, it's not affecting the water's hardness, and you can see all that calcium and lime build up there. And then, of course, there's 3 downspouts that water is going back into this aquarium. Now, each downspout is just wrapped up by a piece of plastic. And I think I need to replace those pieces of plastic. I mean, it's not really a way to clean them, and at least I can replace those. The whole aquarium, though, looks like it's just... It shouldn't be that much hard water with an RO system like that, but I know the RO system doesn't soften the water. You would think it would be pulling out a lot of the minerals, but anyway, is what I'm dealing with. Okay, so there's going to be a bunch of pictures of the broccoli. There's a second broccoli starting to happen right here. This will be another broccoli coming up. Cindy says the TENS machine. Okay, I think they did talk about that today. Sends electrical pulses to the muscles. Yeah, like I like to wear one of those while I'm live sometime. That'd be funny. Beans, tomato, beans. Something like that. What is the pH, Ed? We're going to look at that soon. I stopped using the digital reader because I couldn't trust it. We're sitting around 7.5 to 8 because of the fish. Now I put pH down in it quite often, but not often enough, clearly. So I'm gonna have to put some more in tonight. Now this is my grow table, though. This is not the aquarium. I really am not sure what this is I'm growing over here. It's growing crazy, vining like it's. I thought it was radishes, which it still could be, but it is going crazy. Look at that. Those are all like flowers that are gonna bloom. They look like beans. Beans, tomatoes, and potatoes, and beans. Poison ivy. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like poison ivy, John. I know what poison ivy looks like. Thank you. It doesn't shock you. It massages you. What about the thing that does, like makes you get abs, Cindy? Is it something like that? You put the shocker on your abs and yeah, look at these. Like it's crazy. I've been eating leaves off of it. I hope it's edible. Hey, Smashley, what's up? Smashley, I think you won something last night. You might have been here for it. Yeah, you won a WTIF coupon. And I don't think Rose is in here yet, but Rose also, I think, said she wanted to use hers. She has one. I didn't tell her yet, but I told her I was going to check on it, is what I'm getting at. But yeah, it looks like Smashley and Michael Black both won WTIF coupons last night. I might have been. Well, you might have been. Yeah, it's a good chance of it. Okay, so this is a little closer up picture of the second broccoli starting to brockle. It's starting to brockle, guys. Getting real close to brockling. Cullen, what's up, man? Let's play a Cullen Smith song. I think I got it in here. Ode to Cullen. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Thanks, Diane. Appreciate you coming in from every platform that you guys are on. I think we're up to 104 on Kick. Shouts out Kick. Search the screenshot of that plant with pods, and it is a radish. Okay. I thought so. I just like whatever it's doing is insane. I mean, maybe it's not insane. It just seems crazy. I don't know. Well, this is what I got going on. I still haven't figured out how to get another light up over this other side. There's not a good stud up there I can go to. Those aren't seeds though. Those are flowers, Smashley. Well, here actually there's more. There's more of it for sure. There's Phyllis. I got her here with me. She's somewhat happy. I mean, she's growing new leaves all the time. I think she's liking life. Might have to chop some off though and like try to propagate. All right, here's my two new babies. They're both clones. Look how small this clone was. Red 6 was like, yeah, I know. I didn't think it would take either, but boom, we got us a tiny clone and a slightly less tiny clone. Thanks, Alan. Yeah, I need to add more soil, but I keep adding more plants, and I'm like, I need to wait until these plants are all like ready to be taken out, or maybe get some of this stuff out of the way, and then add more soil. But it's all good. Luscious, yes, thank you. Yes, the pods are radish seeds. Okay, so I'm not seeing seeds though. Those pods are turning into flowers. Okay, here's my lemongrass, Cullen. I think the lemongrass is not loving itself in this. I don't know what happened. I don't know what it's finding in the soil there that it doesn't like. But that straw looking thing in the middle is lemongrass that I transplanted. It actually had a little shoot on it, but that shoot's gone. Oh shoot, it's gone. I'm really hoping that one takes off. The lemongrass would be good for pest deterrent. Heather, hello, how are you? If you guys all could help me out with that algorithm, share us out, maybe tag a friend or two would be great. Thank you very much. Like how milkweed pods dry out and release seeds. I know what you mean, but let me go back once we get to a better version. So I wanted to show the water. These aren't necessarily all new insects in here, but I just don't change the water out. I just like it evaporates over time, and I just put more water in there, more vinegar, and as long as it's soapy still, which I think it is still right now, soap, just enough soap to make it to break the water tension. So I wondered what you all do. Would you all rinse this out over time at some point and like wash it and then do it again, or would you just not care and just keep putting some water in there? How would you guys do it? Okay, so here's the seeds. All right, Smashley, since you're in the house, let me throw a Smashley's Garden out there. Cheers, cheers, everybody. We're going to get a dab in here pretty soon. What time is it anyway? 9:02. We got 8 minutes. Freezing in Kentucky. It's pretty cold here, too. But Kentucky, you wouldn't think be so cold right now. Got better lemongrass started on hand. Used a really small box to pack them. Yeah, but it had some good roots, man. It had some good roots. I thought it would be okay. Wash it with hydrogen peroxide. The lemongrass, you think? Might be a good call. Like radish, Brussels sprouts, and broccoli pods that I propagate with. Okay. Okay, well, we'll get back to that. I think we have some more pictures of that in a minute. But here's some autos. They're called Afterthought Autos. Quality Auto Genetics, established 2009. Have I dreamed, or was it real? What this is called. Have I dreamed, or was it real? This came from Red Six. Shouts out to Red Six from Boots to Bushes. Smashley, oh Smashley. Oh, sorry. We got the sweet potatoes going crazy, and the regular potatoes are going crazy. They're brown potatoes. See this right here where my mouse is? That's potato that's growing up from a vine that grew over this way and down in this bin here. This black bin has a potato growing out of it. It comes down, and we're going to show you the backside a little bit later. It grows down, and then I buried it into some more soil and cocoa coir right here, and then it comes back out again over here. And there's more. Then there's potato flowers right there. Look at these. The potatoes are going crazy.
Herbal remedies, she knows them all. From Echidna food and what cannabis can do.
Oh, Smash Lee. Okay, that's kind of cool. It's like your kung fu name. Smash Lee. You know. Oh yeah, it snowed here too, Heather. Alec, how are you, brother? Make sure you get a number, bro. I did make a post today or yesterday for the numbers. Anybody that's subscribed, make sure you get yourself a number. Now look at this. It's a crazy mess. I've got a carrot in the middle there that's getting kind of drowned out. Like it's not getting a lot of light because everything around it is going crazy. There's one carrot branch that's going up here.
She's not just a mother, not just a wife. She's a beacon of health, bringing joy to life. In her garden where the world slows down, Smashley's wisdom in every
5 minutes till the 7:10 on the West Coast. We're gonna dab proudly on screen. The more we see big names doing it, the more that little guys like me can maybe get through one day. Now check this out. Check it out. It's crazy. It looks like aliens. Like an alien, spawning zone or something. Yeah, isn't that cool? That thing is broccoli and like crazy. This broccoli will brockle like crazy. You know what I mean? Try live just in Kentucky, helping niece move to Fort Campbell. Okay. Fort Campbell, I don't know. Is that Kentucky? Yeah. Gotcha. Oh, I see. I see. I sent you a link earlier that shows how to use 2 potatoes and a coin to make electricity. Oh, that's cool. I think I've seen that actually. Potatoes, you can make you can light a light bulb with a potato. You can definitely make a lot of power. You could wire them all up in a potato battery. There was something else. A few of you guys send me stuff, and I do really appreciate it. I don't always have the time to go back and find it or to watch it at that time. And there was something else. I think maybe that was you as well, Cindy, that sent me some other stuff too. Cold even in Florida, Ed? Okay, that's what I'm thinking. Everywhere's kind of cold right now. Don't post in there 2 times, Alec. Only 1 time, please. Only once. Only comment once because it keeps it straight for me. And if a lot of people start commenting multiple times, then I may give people multiple numbers by accident. So. Yeah, commenting, I will get you a number before I do the spin, which is tomorrow. And you have to understand it's because I'm not trying to go in there 20 times a day to update it and get people numbers. I want to do it 1 time right before I do the spin. So as long as you commented in there, brother, you're good to go, and I will see it. Those are potato flowers back there. Oop, did I go twice? No, I didn't. There we go. Yeah, here's a better angle of it from the side. Look at that brockle. That thing is brockling like crazy. We're going to dab to the broccoli. It's almost ready. Will not get as big as what you see in the grocery store. Oh, you don't? Okay. See, I was expecting it to become like this thing as big as my head, Cindy. You're telling me it's not going to get any. Oh, that kind of sucks, but that's okay too. I know I expect things that I grow inside to be smaller. I don't expect them to get really huge, you know. Like I do have that tomato plant going strong that Cullen sent me, a little miniature tomato plant. We're going to see that here soon. Let me play a little tune is MJ's Baked Goods. Let's hit her up with the MJ's Baked Goods on Facebook. Check it out while we do a dab.
In the heart of the city where the green leaves grow, there's a lady named MJ with a glow, you'll know. With her
oh yeah.
She's the queen of the bake.
Smashly, you missed a good space on Sunday. I'm going to try. I forgot last week. I forgot to do it, but I'm going to try to mention you or maybe send you a message. But next week, what are we talking about next week? We talked about fasting this Sunday on the Holy Health Space, and that was awesome. Definitely want to get you in there. You're going to love that place. So that's going to be like a new home away from home for you, for sure. I learn so much when I go in there every week. I will be on the panel on the 15th. I definitely want some friends in there to help me show some love in the cross-platform family we got going on here. I want to show those people on X that they're all, you know, getting stuck in one platform trying to jump through hoops. And no offense, I do like Elon. I like what they're doing over there. I like it, but I don't want to be stuck in one place, you know. And I think I've even seen people that you know, I have a preacher friend. Shouts out to G-Lo, or pastor, I should say. He got restricted recently on X. It's like, well, look, that stuff happens on every site. So why not be a little multi-platform? Why not spread out your chances of you know, being restricted? Not spread out, but divide up, I guess. 7:10 on the West Coast, everybody. Cheers. Let's go. We got plenty of pictures left and some videos too, actually. The fun never has to end. They went leggy. The Broccolis went
the
leggy.
heart of the city, where the green leaves grow, lives a lady named MJ with a glow, you'll know. With her
Speed the love.
initials so clever, she's the queen of the
Okay.
deck. MJ
Cheers, cheers.
Goods, how what a treat
I
to
was
take.
okay.
MJ, with your cookies so sweet.
Actually, you can. That's because you have it set to it's the way that you're setting it. X is actually much more versatile on how you can tailor your feed, and you can, every time you see a political post or even something that you don't like in any way, you can make that one go away, and that person never have to see that type of content again. You can do that. You can't do that on Facebook. You can block accounts, but that's different. On X, there's another tab, and it says only people you follow. So you can literally just be looking at a feed of only people that you already follow. Now, how do you see new people? Well, you see people commenting on their stuff. So if you follow, say, like a famous person or whatever, then you're going to see people commenting on their posts that are people that maybe you don't like. And so you can still, or maybe that you don't know, I should say. And so you can still end up growing and seeing people. It's hard to describe. You make connections through people that you know and their circles, and then instead of seeing that sort of main feed that has all the biggest people on X, which a lot of it is political. So yes, I will agree that for the most part, you got political commentators over there, and a lot more news. If I want to find out news or find an article about something that I remember happening and I couldn't get proof or information, you can search over there and pretty much find it. It's definitely got its uses. Now, if I post a picture of myself on X, I'm definitely not going to get as much engagement as I would on Facebook, but it's just because it's more of an information type place. But you can tailor it though, Diane. Definitely I would take another shot tailoring it. Probably because I've been following. Yeah, if you follow Elon Musk, you're gonna see some of his stuff, and he does talk about politics. But he talks about policy a lot more than he talks about politics. He talks about, don't we want this and this and this, and he's not talking about in a political way necessarily, in my opinion. But yeah, people don't know that. When they go over there, they see a lot of and honestly, the politics has died down because of the main event is over now. Although there's always something else going on, so you definitely will see more. But it was kind of crazy, even on Facebook. You'll agree that before the election, it was even getting crazy on Facebook. I almost made a post recently. I was going to say, "Well, hey, what happened to all the political experts out there? Where's all the posts?" But then I think people would be like, go away. So I didn't make the post, but hey, I'll cheers to that. Right, right. Well, I mean, I think a lot of people are happy, but I think for the most part, people have kind of gone back to their corners, and people that may have been a little confused or misled about what the outcome was going to be. There, a lot of them are sort of regrouping and sort of collecting their feelings, but uh, I don't see it as one site better than the other. I see them both as having their own uses. All right, that's enough for now. We're actually going to get past the hour tonight because I've got quite a bit more footage. Tomorrow, I will be. I've got either the shortest review in history, or I will find something else out there. Might do a movie review. I've seen a couple of Santa Claus movies so far this year that are new. Might want to talk about those to see to tell people whether they should go see them or not. That would be on the Indoor Farmer Reviews on Tuesdays. Sometimes I do movie reviews once in a while, and be kind of a double review. The movie called Red One, and another movie called Dear Santa. So be very specific to. I don't want to limit it to people that have children, but you know, if you don't have kids, these are probably not going to be movies that you want to see. All right. So we've got the broccoli here, and the broccoli's looking real nice. What's up, Chuck? Chuck, it was your birthday, man. Happy birthday. Nobody, what's up? Happy birthday. Might have to make AI make me a special birthday song for you guys to whenever somebody. Here, I'll do this. Happy birthday. Well, okay, Diane. I mean, maybe you know you got. Did you join my group? I join my group over there if you haven't. Maybe you could help me out. Okay, so the broccoli's looking broccoliful. Here's where a lot of these flower petals are just falling off everywhere. You can see them right there, those flowers. And then those are the pods. So maybe you're right. Maybe the pods are separate from the flowers. Ooh, that's a better picture. That's like a clear, focused picture, close up. I feel like a dad looking at a little baby growing up. You know, it's gonna be so big, and then I'm just gonna take a bite of it. Looks like a brain or maybe hair. Somebody's hair. Just sitting here smoking some broccoli. Hells yeah, I'll smoke. You know what? I'm gonna turn the Dab and Dragon back on. We'll do another dab for Chuck's birthday. Yeah, that's a cool picture right here. I might have to do something with that picture. So I took some random pictures inside here just to show you the chaos. Like I don't want to have it all just sitting there getting all soggy on the soil, causes other problems. And then we got this little guy, little beetle, little Japanese beetle. Gorgeous, darling. Oh, I know, but I have a group there. I got a group over on X too, Diane. If you didn't know, you might be in it already, but there's a or not. They're called communities over there. All right, here's the first video. Yeah, this is crazy. Like that's radish. Look at those. So the pods. I thought the pods were going to be more flowers, but I think you ladies are right. It's changed. I just want them to make radishes. I don't want more seeds right now. I want some radishes. Yeah, you can see that one starting to form in the middle. Starting to form up. And then one radish is growing all through the middle of the broccoli. It's chaotic, but I'm having fun and learning quite a bit. I just need to get another light over the end of the table so I can fully utilize the space. There's our girls right there. Jezebel and something else. Somebody tag Red 6, would you please? Shane Briggs, what's up, man? Thomas, hello. Come on in. We're about to do another dab for Chuck's birthday. There it is. Afterthought Autos. Speaking of autos, we're going to be getting a new game night sponsor, hopefully. Talking to Nancy's Own. Get some Nancy's Own autos on game night. So let's go. Nobody, I see you on the Twitch and Rumble and YouTube. Cheers, cheers. I see you Rumblers, 11 of you all over there. Please hit that Rumble button if you haven't yet. I do appreciate it. This show right here is my main show. I do everything else to support this show, and I don't necessarily, how do I put it? I actually spend a little too much time doing the other shows, but I enjoy everything I do. I enjoy every show that I make. They're all made for a reason, and most of them, I think they all, even game night, is in a way about sustainability. About game night's more about my community at large, trying to grow the community, making it fun, doing give backs, promoting businesses within my community, but the rest of the shows are all in some way about this journey of becoming more self-reliant, do-it-yourself, self-sustainable, all those buzzwords. Even the review show, reviewing things, is something that we don't do often enough. Take our time to look back at what we did, what we saw, what we experienced. Alan rolling up some Tangerine Dreams. Okay. Hells yeah. Smoking up for Chuck's birthday. Choking up too, maybe. I didn't get the flash on there, but I have some tomatoes working their way out of this miniature tomato plant. Whoop, whoop. Shouts out again to Cullen. We got one. We got a strong tomato plant. I don't know if it looks that healthy though, because I sprinkled sulfur on it, and it's like, it makes the plants look all like they're covered in white stuff, like you can see everywhere. But it's supposed to be good for them, keep the insects off and whatnot. Hey, thanks, Perry. Someone tag Red 6. Would you tag Red 6 for me, please? While we play, let's see, we're going to play Gangster Waylon while we do a dab for Chuck's birthday.
This is for my green thumbs in the game. Waylon the indoor farmer. Check my name. Sustainability. We about to reclaim. This is how we do it. Keep it in the frame. I'm Waylon the farmer.
I did some online shopping over the weekend. Did anybody get some shopping done yet? Not that you have to do any shopping, but I actually did some shopping for me. I got some stuff for my son too. But I got some lights to replace my LED lights. I did some. I use this the Cyber Monday thing to go, oh, what do I need to buy right now? Like, not, oh, let me just go on and find fun things to buy, which I did a little bit of that too. I'm not gonna lie, but firstly, I'm looking at, okay, it's a day where there's gonna be discounts. I need some things, like I needed lights and I needed some, different things. I got some accessories. Oh yeah, I got that a thing that ooh, this is gonna hurt. My neck is sore as heck, you guys, and I don't feel it until I go up there and touch it. And I'm like, oh snap. That massage wasn't free. I got something. I paid some way, right? Thank you, Margaret. Appreciate that. Did anybody make any good anything new this year? Any new dishes or incorporate any herbs or anything healthy into Thanksgiving this year? Cheers, Chuck. Happy birthday. Oh, I lost my. Got to put my ball and thingy in there. Hold on. Daryl, what's up, man? All right, I guess we'll play the other one. Hip Hop Waylon. If I can find it.
Yo, I'm Waylon, the farmer, but not from the fields. I'm growing my medicine the way that it heals. For my mind, for
cheers,
my
Chuck.
body, I grow with a peace. A veteran's journey.
where healing's the feast. In my studio, the plants grow tall. Cannabis and food, I grow it all. Aquaponics, hydro, my methods vary. From the seeds to the podcast, it's all necessary. On my aquaponic setup, fish providing life, plants feeding off the water, cutting down on strife. But there's more to me than just my growing green. I host the shows, the mic, my unseen queen. From game shows to reviews, we talk and we learn. Self-sustainability, the lessons we churn with buds.
Okay, let's see. I didn't see anything I have, and my wife said I have to grow or give my cannabis beans.
Learning together, the buzz, it's happening.
Before you can have any more.
Knowledge to gain. Wayland's the host.
Too many beans now, Alan? Okay. Ashley says she made a turkey, sweet potato casserole, and fresh pumpkin and apple pie. Are those like those were new for you this year?
Cloud rises, the panel discusses the world in disguises, but it's all in the name of understanding. A community built on learning and expanding. So here's to Wayland.
Ashley, I feel like I ask you every time I'm live when you pop through, but you are of course welcome to pop up if you want to. Let me know. But okay, we got the tomatoes, baby maters. I can't wait for those miniature tomato plant. It's gonna be awesome. And I guess I'm gonna have a bunch of radishes if that's what's happening here. I hope so. I hope I have, like, there might not be enough space for the radishes underneath there. Might be an issue. Not really new, but it's fun. Well, that's what I'm asking. Anything new? Did anyone step out of their comfort zone a little bit for Thanksgiving? Alan says over 80 strains, and I only grow 4 at a time. 4 strains at a time? Like when I grow, the one pack, you end up with like 4 maybe that germinate, and that's about it I can grow. And so I'm growing like the same strain that one grow. Your daughter did all the cooking. Did that feel weird and also good at the same time? Or did you try to help her out, Diane? Were you like, wait, let me do. Okay, so these are a little bit of a failure I had. I buy green onions from the store once in a while, and I will plant them, and they will grow more or bigger. And I have yet to make them actually propagate and make seeds or do anything to make more. All I've had them do is grow taller and grow more shoots from the same onion, I guess. And these are so the green onions, the part that I eat. Now I did clean this up a little bit later. I just wanted to show you guys. I had planted them. I talked about it last couple of weeks, but planted them and did not water them that day. Come back, they were all dried and they weren't dead yet. And so as you see, some of them are trying to live. They're trying to come up with a way to survive. I've been watering them more, and I'm hoping it does the trick. You helped peel some things. Well, that's good, Diane. You can still be helpful without being the one, making the meal. I get it. That's a good idea, actually. And so over here are some other green onions that I had growing still in the other bin. Took them out, transplanted them, and they look terrible. I tried to clean those up, but look at that. One of them, this is one of the onions finally started to, I guess, go to seed would be the right term. After it was all stressed out and going crazy. Now this isn't with the newer. This is the older onions. The newer ones obviously are right here to the left. But yeah, that's interesting. I've not seen one do that yet. Finally, about time. This is underneath the sweet potatoes inside their bin. And so as you can see, like it looks like I have a lot of different sweet potato vines growing from the soil, but when you pick it up, it's all coming from one area at the other end of the bin. Not sure. Oh yeah, this is the potato that I buried. So this is where it goes into the soil. Like it grows from this black bin to the left, grows over the side of the bin and down into the soil where I buried it. And it's not even a lot of soil. It's mostly cocoa coir. There's soil in there somewhere too, but down through here and then back up out of the soil. Actually, not just here, but over here. This is where it really, all the way to the right, the big stalk. That's where it's coming back out. And so I don't know if that means I'll have more potatoes in this spot, but maybe. See, look at that. You can see a little bit better. That looks like it's not healthy, but I think it's okay. Probably just needs more water. I'm starting to water them more at nighttime. It's a little bit better, so you're not going to see as many videos of me watering the plants, which doesn't mean not that anyone was like, "Oh, I love the watering of the plants videos," but I just won't be doing that as much on screen because it'll be dark. And germinate 1 bean of 4 different strains, huh? Interesting. That kind of makes sense. That makes sense. Then you can keep them and then run one again that you liked. Here I am just trying to clean up a little bit of some of the underbrush there. I came back and cleaned all this up too a little bit later. Well, let's hit up a upbeat country tune. How about that?
In its cozy little home where the plants all grow, there's a farmer inside, and his name is Waylon, you know.
You know?
Farmer, he's got the greatest look, tending to his veggies and herbs all underwater.
Cheers to that. That's a small victory right there, even though I may not get anything out of it. I probably won't get anything out of it. Still a small victory right there.
Listen to his tales, his indoor farm lore. Tune in to Waylon, he'll make your spirit soar. In this cozy little home where the plants all grow, there's a farmer inside, and his name is Waylon, you know. Indoor farmer.
Yeah, that's a good call, Alan. I'll probably separate those two at some point when I see that it's rooted in there.
With lights to shine and soil just right, he grows everything from day to night.
I guess I could do that with the sweet potatoes too, but I kind of just want the sweet potatoes to finish up because they vine too much to grow them in this table. I need to grow things that don't go crazy with the vines, but to be honest, there's a view of that potato that's buried, but to be honest though, the things that in this table might vine or stretch more just because they're not getting that full sunlight, although they are getting pretty strong light there. The potatoes are not getting that light because they're on the edge, they're just on the outside of it. So they are getting some of it, they're growing into it or vining into it. So that's how they're getting it. But then back there, that bin has like mostly not under the light. Here's my basil tree. You better grow some purple ones. Purple what? Potatoes? Oh, I really want to. I just didn't have any. And even since you grew those, I have already had a bag of reds. These like the tiny red potatoes. The like small ones, like golf ball size red potatoes, or smaller actually. And there's a bag of them down here in the basement, and in the garden, I should say. And I'm just sort of letting them grow some. They're not growing yet, but they're in a bag. They're going to start growing little sproutlings or whatever you call them, growing eyes. Okay, but check this video. Look at that. A big chunk of wood that I just pulled right out. It's all rotted. Just pull away the old stuff and let the new stuff grow. Got a few purple ones left you could send me. I didn't know that. I wonder how potatoes would do in the mail. That'd be a good experiment, because if I could mail potatoes, that would be another thing I could mail, although they're kind of heavy, so might not be something I want to that often. Ready? I don't know if they're ready to plant. That's okay. I can let them sit for a while. Yeah, look at that. It just pulled right off. Bloop. Kaboop. Right off. Boop. Worm food. Toss it in the bin. There's some peppers growing back now that my pepper plants aren't being assaulted anymore. They are growing back. I guess I didn't have my hands in the shot there, but I was just kind of cleaning them up a bit. I need to trim them down again, some of those nubs, cut off all the nubby spots. Trying to take off some of the leaves from the top that are covering up nodes or pepper sites, bud sites. It feels funny calling them bud sites, but they're still budding flowers that turn into peppers, right? Oh, I didn't realize I was zoomed in there. That's the thing I have to keep clear because it'll clog up and then fill up the grow table. Grow bed. There's my mint, and there is a couple flowers going on there. They don't look very happy though, so I made sure I give them some water. When I do that, when I run my hands in there, you definitely smell the mint though. So they're very minty, but doesn't look very good. Not mint I would use, like wouldn't ingest it or anything. I'm just letting it grow. It just does its thing. All right, anyone have any suggestions? Let's play the self-sustainability.
Backyard under the sun. We plant the seeds one by one. With hands in soil, we learn and grow. Nature's wisdom we come to know.
That's a good call though, Alan. I think I might do that next. Next time I put some seeds in the ground or in the, well, I float the seeds until they have taproot. But the next time I do that, I'm gonna take just one from multiple packs.
With water can, with compost pail, we tend to life, we never fail. The tomatoes red, we carrots sweet.
All right. Next. Here's one of the peppers. Like it's growing. Like that's like one big root now. It's all like rooting off of random spots. I chopped this in half down at the bottom here. I thought it was going to be like roughed up enough to grow from the bottom, but it's growing from all over. Let the old branches out and trim more often for the mint to grow more. Yeah, I was cutting some of the branches out, but I need to trim it out some more. Good call. Self-sustainability's way. I'll cheers to that. Right? I know, right? That one's got a flower on it. It's gonna grow a pepper. That's when it's to grow a good root system. And then I'm gonna plant it in the grow table. Living off the land we've grown, with nature's rhythm we've been shown that life can thrive when we partake in self-sustainability's wake. So here we stand under the sky so blue. Let's see. So that's a accidental photo is what that is. Is there like a ghost in that photo, man? Oh look, I definitely didn't mean to do this. Oh. I was worried that my son's bus was there and I didn't hear it. I looked down at the time and I was like, oh shoot, it's getting close to time. So I ran upstairs, but I took a little video while doing it of my crotch. Okay, so here's some bins that I have that I need to clean, and those back ones are actually brand new. I wanted to find out what you guys thought. What would you, and we've talked about it before, but I just want to refresh and kind of hear some opinions on this. What should I clean these bins out with? Bleach, or should I go to doing the natural thing, some vinegar and some can I mix vinegar with lemon juice? I'm not sure. But like there's the trays, the microgreen trays, there's the big blue bin, and then there's this sort of man-made bin that I have here, which was the top of a large dog kennel that I cut off and it's like upside down. I use it to put the bin in to catch anything, be the water catch bin. So it's the tray, I guess, underneath the gray tray. Okay, so Smashly votes vinegar and baking soda. I have both of these things, and you can add lemon. Well, I just kind of wanted like a lemony scent. My wife suggests I do that way. Once we grow another lambs, bro. Oh, okay. Sour widow berry to keep for clones. Nice. You're feeling good, Alec? Hell yeah, man. I'll cheers to that, bro. I'll do another dab. Don't tempt me with the good time. I'm doing tiny ones though, so make sure you dab responsibly, folks. Let's play a little Twisted Cannabis groove. Twisted's one of the game night sponsors. Forgot who won the Twisted Cannabis prize yesterday on the sheet, but my hands are busy. All right, so Ashley's the only one that voted. That's all right. I think that's a good call, though. I have those items. Oh, that's right. I took one with the flash on. Look at that. It's sitting at 100%. 100% clean air. That's a good thing right there. And I need to get this whole thing going here, too, but we'll talk about that later. We got the Little Indoor Farmer here. Little Indoor Farmer doing his thing. He was he calls himself the Little Indoor Farmer. Funny. Welcome to the house of Twisted Cannabis, where creativity and green meat with the fizz from designs that dazzle to see. Look at that tiny one growing right there. I took a picture of that. I was like, oh, there's a little one that's trying to live underneath here. Cheers, little one. It's more than just plants. It's a family vibe where everyone shares and no one's left outside. Twisted Cannabis, it's the place to be for those who love the leaf and creativity. And there's Waylon, the indoor farmer. He's the man with Twisted sponsorship. He's got the game plan. He's the man. So they play and cheer. Twisted's beans grow year by year. Welcome to the house. Speaking of beans, what's up, Bean? Creativity and green meat with the fizz from designs that dazzle to seeds that sprout. In the world, there's no room for doubt. There's my little compost area. 4 beans that did not sprout, and so I buried the whole thing. Who are you? Amelia. Thank you for watching me. Appreciate it. It's more than just Twisted. They're more than just names. You guys, many people watching on Facebook as we do on Rumble. So if you're looking for fun and community, check out twistedcannabis.com. It's the place to be. It's more than just Twisted. They're more than just names. They're pioneers. And no one's left. Yeah, I could definitely add more soil though. I need a few more bags of soil. I don't want to bury all the. What do you guys think about this? I don't want to bury all that underbrush, and it's not so easy to just pick it all up and get it out of the way without ripping some of the plants out of the soil, because it's not very deep soil, right? I definitely need more though. I'm gonna have to just do it slowly. I'm gonna have to go and get some more bags of soil. Yeah, shouts out to Amelia and anybody watching on the Rumble. And guys, and if you haven't yet, decide at least one or two other platforms. It really makes a lot of sense, not just for me, for anybody that you're, trying to support that's out there doing this thing. Uh, we have these weird restrictions and we have these crazy things with the algorithm, and having a one alternate, at least one or two alternate spots, I think makes a lot of sense. All right, we're gonna clean all that up here in a little bit. Clean up all the compost stuff. Let's see, what else did I find on this one? I think that was it. Yeah, check this out. If I have to get a pot clean and ready for planting, and last plant had issues. Yeah. Well, I don't know if they had issues, but I only use a 10% bleach solution. I absolutely have to. Otherwise, I use vinegar and baking soda for cleaning. Gotcha. That's a good call, Alan. I think you and Smashley are on the same page there. Yes. Thank you very much for your input. Appreciate it. Yeah, I covered this thing with sulfur. It looks like it was in a snowstorm or something. It looks like a tiny sleigh. It looks like a tiny sleigh in a snowstorm. On Dasher, on Dancer, on Donner, on Blitzen, on Comet, on Cupid. I think I forgot them all. I forgot the rest. Dasher got let's see, got Dasher, Dancer, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen. Was it Sleepy and Dopey? I'm just kidding. I don't know what the last two are though. Maybe somebody out there can help me in the comments. Let me know. I forgot to zoom out, but here's a little close up on the fish. And then I was trying to get the test strips out. I think I fixed the zoom at some point. Got the test strips out for the pH test. Oh man, I thought I zoomed it out. There we go. I tried to open this with one hand. It didn't work out so well, so I stopped the video, and then we took a little. You can't see it that well in this picture. Then I accidentally dumped them all, so I wanted to show you guys my flub. Look at that shit. Just dumped all of them. Well, I know, and the most famous reindeer of all. Wait, it's Dancer. Vixen, Comet, Cupid. Vixen and Prancer, I think. No? I don't know who I said, but yeah, I see them all now. Thank you for that. I don't remember the most famous one of all. Was it Hillary? Or was it Donald, the reindeer? Oh. All right, let's go. We got test strips. I put them back in the thing. I did have another package of them, so I don't know if I can trust the ones that dropped on the floor now, but we'll see. Okay. Here it is, guys. Here it is. You asked my pH. Well, there it is. It's right there, about 7.5 to 8. See the orange there, and it's just about right at. Well, I guess I would just call it 7.5 then. Actually, those pristine fingers. Sorry. Vincent. That's the other one. Yes, Vincent. Do you remember the most famous one of all? Or no, it isn't like the most pretentious one of all. Is Vincent. Okay. Don't make me sing it all. Oh, snap. Oh, come on up if you're going to sing it all. We don't want to miss that. So As you can see, my sulfide is pretty much 0. Iron, so what is that? I think there's a better picture. Took a better picture than that too. Put those back in there. I think I took a better picture, but if not, I'll go back to that other one. It did look like my alkalinity was pretty good. Oh, this is a video we didn't get to see for before. Okay. Why did I think I was zoomed out? This is crazy. Thought you at least get to see me swish it around, you know, the action. Show you the action part, the swish swish. Gandalf the red-nosed reindeer, right? Okay, and I'm trying to get it set up with my fingers. Oh no, I dropped them all. Shoot. I was like, here, let me get a picture of that. Why am I so zoomed in though? I swear I wasn't zoomed in this much. That's crazy. You can like see the freaking you can see all the way through the fabric of my jeans. Holy cow. All right, that's terrible. Okay, I guess that was it. Anyway, pH is still low. I still need more iron and copper. Definitely got to add. I'm going to try to get some rocks to add into the system. Some good rocks. Smash it. I won't sing it. I can come up for a bit. Well, that's fine. You're more than welcome. One of the community members, if you haven't yet followed Smashley's Garden, go check it out. The group on Facebook and follow Ashley Huffman. And then also go check out the Juice Plus and maybe grab a tower garden this December for somebody that you love. It's still Cyber Monday. There might still be some good deals going on after the show's over. I need to get a few things for some other folks, other friends. So that's a picture. It looks like after I cleaned it up. I want to watch the video of when I cleaned it up. Okay. This is me trying to get around the table without the flowers like making marks on my shirt, like literally like dyeing my shirt as I walk by my belly. I will warn you guys, this video is a little interactive and you will fall to the floor at some point if you watch the screen, so be careful. Because the first video or the first half of this, at some point it just falls. Bloop. And look at that skin, that hairy skin. Oh my gosh. So yeah, just chopping out any of the dead little pieces and shrubberies. And any second. Dun, 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 dun. Michael Black, here he is, the champion. And he knocks him out and he slowly goes to the floor. Oh no, Michael Black hit me. Oh no, I'm down for the count. I am down for the count. Michael Black, the winner and still champion of game night. That arugula is growing all the way over here. Crazy. What's up, man? How are you? After all the winning, are you doing okay? You sore? All right, I did some more cleaning up of our wonderful green onions. Anyone else like green onions? I like to chop them up, put them into different things, throw them into soup, throw them into a sandwich, put them on a steak when I'm cooking it. all kinds of stuff. I really hope I can figure out how to make these green onions sort of multiply. I want lots of them. I think I need to sharpen or clean my scissors there, my trimmers. They didn't want to trim like I wanted them to. Much nicer, huh? Much nicer. Look at that. There's even more I could trim off, I think. I think this is where I got it. I was like, let me get it. Thought about trimming the potatoes back, but instead I just kind of moved them out of the way a little bit. That's one thing that I had to learn is like not to be afraid of trimming back the plants if there's something going on, if they're really in the way of something else. And that's really what I have to figure out more so on this table now. Maybe Smashley has some thoughts on that. We got Smashley,
Hello.
in the house again. It's a Monday night with Smashley's garden.
Gotta put that on.
Gotta have the intro music, yeah. You like green onions, Diana? Okay, there we go. We got somebody awake out there. I think the problem is people that watch, they try to keep up with me and they try to do dab for dab, and you guys can't do that out there, Don't do it unless you're ready for bed. Smash, have you ever had a real massage professionally?
I have not.
I was talking about it earlier. I don't know if you heard any of that, but I had one today.
Hell yeah.
The VA sent me to a community care, so they sent me to a local or another place. So I didn't. It was like a regular chiropractic massage office. And man, let me tell you what, the pain I was put through today. Holy cow.
So why does it have to be so intense?
Well, that's what I mean. Like, that's what I'm trying to get across. The people out there that've never had one, you're thinking to yourself, I don't have the kind of money to do that luxury thing that feels so good or whatever. But I guess there's different kinds. I mean, there's of course the naughty one, the happy hands massage.
Is that really a thing?
That's a thing. That's a thing. You could go in somewhere, and no offense to non-English speakers, but if you go into somewhere and they don't speak English, typically you're probably going to have that option. Now, I knew of that, and I knew of regular massage, but what I didn't realize was you can go to a spa and get sort of like the like a relaxing massage treatment, which isn't painful.
Okay, yeah.
But my massage was like an injury massage type of thing,
Gotcha.
And she did she went to my lower back and and my shoulders on the back and the shoulders on the front. But in both ways, she was grabbing onto these huge knots of muscle I have had backed up for years. I was doing a lot of push-ups before I got injured, and it was probably just my muscles knotting up overnight.
Yeah, could be. Yep.
And it wasn't. So everybody kept saying, "Well, what did you do? What do you think you did?" And I'm like, "Well, I didn't do anything." Well, I did a few hundred push-ups probably that made it happen without enough stretching and maybe whatever else, maybe something else that would loosen me up like calisthenics. Anyway. Oh wait, what was that? Oh, that was just the end there. Okay. Yeah, this is how I get water out of the fish tank. I really have to upgrade and create a new way. And actually, let's be real, I could buy a second pump. And I already have another pump, but it's supposed to be used for something else. But I could just take another pump, put it in the water, the hose,
Yeah.
and just
What's
pump
up,
water
Bean?
out whenever I'm ready. Bean finally in the house? Okay, Bean, we can play Bean song. Fire in the hole. You know what? I've got Miss Dab and Dragon ready to go. Bean, if you want to come up and dab with Smashley and I,
Hell yeah.
you're welcome.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, cheers to that. We're gonna play the Fire in the Hole song to see if we can get him up here.
With friends who light up the sky. Cannabis clouds up so bold.
And here's me trying to get some water directly on that other side without just going across. Which I try not to do because I don't want to spray that electrical outlet that's right up there by my arm.
Oh yeah, that would not be good.
Yeah, and now that I've had Red Six over at my house, who's been an electrician,
Oh, there you go.
he's telling me things like, "Oh yeah, you should be running a new outlet or doing this and this," and I'm like, "Shoot, man, I don't know how to do all that." And he like, there is a real issue with fires in homes,
Right.
not just for grow rooms, but things like Christmas decorations coming up and other things like that, or dryers that aren't being
Yeah.
the
Cleaned out or whatever.
backed up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of little fire hazards that we don't think of, and grow rooms actually do have come up high on the list of unintentional home fires. Spark as the spark fire. This song makes me think of fire safety.
Right. Stop, drop, and roll.
Fire in the hole. Maybe Bean should convert to like a fire safety and cannabis
There you go.
kind of thing. Bean, you should come up with like that could be your charity. There'll be fire in the hole. Bless you. Bless you. Bean's.
My allergies have been awful today.
You still here, Bean?
Sneezing over everything.
Possibly either. Yeah,
Bean!
look at that. This crazy.
Yeah, I discovered those pods this summer when I was growing my radishes.
So those are
So,
all
yeah.
going to be seeds.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a milkweed pod?
Yeah, I know what you mean when it like puffs out like that. But
Yeah.
what I want to know is, it grows a radish and it does the seeds too.
No, so the radish grows underground.
Well, I know that, but but it's doing both.
Oh no, you can. I think you can you can eat them, but it's just gonna be a crunchy little pod. It's not gonna be I don't know if it would taste like a radish. I've never tried one.
Where do you think radishes come from then?
What do you mean?
You're saying that this isn't. It's not going to grow a radish big enough.
That pod is not a radish.
No, not
That's-
the pod. I'm not talking about
Oh.
the pod. I'm talking about under the soil.
Oh yeah.
It
I don't know if
grows a
those will
radish
if it's
under
already
the
seeding.
soil. Say again.
If it's already seeding, I don't know if it's going to grow a radish for you.
Hmm.
Maybe save these seeds and see if these ones will grow better for you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, did I just let them grow too long? Probably. That's what it was.
Maybe.
Because these were the ones that I was growing as microgreens. If you don't.
Yeah.
know.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So that's why they went all the way to seed. So that could be the issue. Maybe I have to look at them. I'll have to do some research maybe and find out if there's a visual change when it's time to harvest a radish.
I wonder
or
if it's like a breeding thing because there were some in my garden bed that didn't and they did this. But then I had radishes too.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe they're mating.
Well, there's a bunch of them, so they're
Right.
definitely could be cross pollinating. I just took all the plants that still seemed viable and put them in here. What I should have done was just a few, and to get myself like some experience with this table.
Oh yeah.
But it is
Seems
what
to
it
be
is.
looking good.
I kind of just jump in with like 2 feet on things, and it's probably not a good idea sometimes.
Well, hey, it's part of the learning process, right?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, I could let myself learn a little bit better on one plant instead of having this whole mass of like vining stuff going on.
Well,
Not
sometimes ripping everything out's a good thing too.
well, touche.
Maybe if
That's
you feel like
why-
doing
well, I plan on this table sort of rotating as far as like changing out what's in there. Now
Right.
there are some things that I might leave in there for a long time, but I also could propagate those things like basil. If I was to get some basil cuttings and put them over
There you
there,
go.
I would, if it was to grow so long and turn into the same type of like tree, I
Mhm.
probably would just do it again, cut it, crop or propagate it, move it somewhere else
Yeah.
because it's. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it won't be a problem, but rotating the soil in this table will be just as important, like they do with crops. I want to
Right.
put in different things. I can also add a lot of things so that you don't have to rotate as much. Look at this. I'm just taking all of the basil wood that I chopped out and all of the trimmings, all of the extra leaves and stuff from all of the other plants, and I just bury it over here in the corner. And I can tell you for sure that stuff is disappearing. Like
Oh
I
yeah.
go, I dig in there where
So you
I
don't make
know
like a bed for it, like where the sticks are on the outside and the greens are in the middle. That's how I've don't know anything about composting. This is just a video I've seen.
huh. Well, that's probably when it's outside.
Right, and then because then they flipped it once it reached like a certain temperature,
I see.
and then it kind of restarts the composting process.
I'm more or less relying on the worms and the
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
pods. So this is just one giant worm bin.
Right. Okay. Nice.
That's the long and short of it. And so that's why I didn't put a light down here, but then I have that bin with plants that are like trying to reach over to the light. And I
Mhm.
also kind of like this open space for putting plants that are just in a container, like those two new cannabis plants.
Yeah.
There's not enough light there. So again, if I could just get like a weaker light maybe and put it over this side. There's still a lemon there. I don't know if you saw that, but I uncovered a lemon when I was
Nice.
carrying that last bit. But yeah, I bury it and then I make sure I water this corner here. And
You could get a couple indoor chickens down there with you.
would they be would one or two chickens would be loud or no?
I mean, no.
House chickens.
As long as you don't, yeah, as long as you don't get a rooster.
It'd be like eggs laid everywhere randomly.
No, they do it, and then like if you had like a little nesting box for them, they like
Okay.
nesting, but they like high places.
Yeah, the dog would just love that. Mia
Yeah,
would be like, "Oh,
right.
you got
It
me
took-
some new playthings."
Took me a long time to I think like 20 or more chickens for my dogs to realize that they shouldn't be attacking and eating them. They're
They
fragile.
ate 20 chickens.
They didn't really eat them. They just thought they were toys.
Killed them.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was
But
a
you make so
massacre.
many though, right? Like you get so many extra eggs
Yeah.
to eat, but then they also make more chickens by fully incubating some of them.
Yeah. Yeah, we've hatched 2 batches of chicks. No,
That's
3. Well, 2
crazy.
and then
So-
1 naturally. Like I had like little mama hen with little baby chicks out
Oh,
there.
so you did 2 batches with the incubator. That's right. You
Yeah.
put that up. Now that is interesting that you went straight to that. Did you try it the other way first, to see if the moms would make?
No, actually, because I wasn't really sure what to look for, I guess. But now I know what like a broody hen is like, and they're usually mean and really ruffly and ready to,
Well, hold on.
lay on
What
some
does
eggs.
that mean? What's the broody hen?
Broody, like where she's basically in her motherhood stage for spring and is ready to hatch some chicks.
I'm in my
Yeah, she's ready. She's
stage
flaunting
of
it. She's ready. The music in the background. I like 'em big. I like 'em chunky.
Those are hippos.
Same concept,
Yeah.
extra fluffy.
Well, that was all the footage I had this week. Actually, quite a bit, more than usual. But I didn't get anything new done per se. Although the new plants, I got some 2 plants. I would like to. Let me go over and grab the name of that other plant. So one of them is Jezebel by. I have a pack of the seeds right here, actually.
Jezebel.
Yeah, that's the name of the strain, and I'm trying to remember the name of the farm. Kindway Farms. That's right. I remember the name before I found the seeds, just in case anyone is wondering, keeping score for me. But yeah, Kindway Farms. Got it. Yes. The old memory still ticks. Wait, your memory ticks?
Bonus.
Seems strange. Yeah, so that's one of the strains.
You gotta shake your head every now and again to charge it back up.
I do plenty of that. I've been playing VR for some exercise. And
There you go.
it's been fun. It's been fun. I know I talk about it a lot. I did talk about it yesterday, but I want to start a new page just for gaming VR. I'm gonna try different games. There was a list longer than I could even get the games from that were all free VR games on a platform called Steam. If you know out there. And the list of games just kept going where there were a lot of them that you could pay for, but there would be a free one every so often. Free.
Mhm.
Like, geez, there's like 30 or 40 free games that I could just test out live and just be like, let's see what this one's about and talk about, and then I could cut that and make it a, actual review for the game, cut out all the BS parts where we're just chit-chatting as I'm live, but then make it one of those YouTubers where they
Yeah.
actually, because the thing
So
about
much
that
work
is,
editing.
well, you're right. I don't mind. I think I could do it. I just depends on how small I want to make it. But the other thing is when I make the title like a very specific thing, like reviewing this game,
Mhm.
people will search it and find it that way versus
Right.
Waylon's Gaming Hour, and it's like they don't know that I'm playing such and such game. They wouldn't find it that easily. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's do some more dabbage while we have some time here.
Cheers.
Cheers. How are things with you? How was the show yesterday?
It was good. It was a shorter show. Sometimes I feel like I have a lot lined up, but then I talk really fast, and then I get through it really fast. So sometimes
I've
it's a
done
half
that.
hour. Other nights it's an hour. But still.
I do that on Mondays a lot. Yeah. I know
Yeah.
what you mean. By accident, I'll be like,
Right.
shoot, it's only 45 minutes, and I need at least an hour.
Right. Yeah.
But tonight I'm well over what I expected, so I'm good. But I do plan to do more as the winter goes on, and I want to point out that that's one of the cool things about growing things indoors, and that doesn't have to be food. Like I got Miss Phyllis right here, just having a little greenery, having something that you have to take care of, something that that requires a little bit of TLC.
How do you spell her name?
Just like Phyllis Diller.
I don't even know who that is.
Yes. I'll take that as a win in this conversation. When's the rooster jump in their what? When the rooster jumps in their backs? Oh yeah, ready for like business. Yeah.
Yeah. Little wiggle does it. So
Goodness gracious, man.
When their feathers start ripping out though, you need to separate them because they're like choosing their favorites. And I'm like, guys, separate it. You gotta, spread the love.
Oh, I see what you're saying because
their feet like claw their back feathers off, but they also like bite their neck feathers to like hold on, kind of.
Well, I see that's what she was saying, but what you're saying is when you start seeing that happen, you need
they
to
pull out
separate
too
them
many.
because you want the male to do that to all of them.
Right, yeah, basically. I said you got to spread the love.
Okay, yeah. Take only a few feathers out of each head instead of all of them out of every head or out of one.
Well,
head.
I took 3 of my friends' hens to my house. They live here now because they were being overmated because the roosters picked their favorites. and their
Oh, he likes
feathers
them.
to like they're not even warm anymore because all their skin is showing. So it's like, well, sorry guys, I'm taking your girls away.
He likes the bald ones. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
keep coming back. It's too good. Wow. That's interesting, man.
yeah.
The
Wildlife.
like whenever we think we're so high and mighty talking about our little whatever issues and our cultural issues and stuff, talking about this and that, gender, whatever, and then we look at the freaking the natural kingdom, or the what is the term? Wild kingdom?
Yeah, I guess wildlife kingdom,
Oh, there's
animal kingdom.
animal kingdom.
Oh,
That's what I meant to say. The animal kingdom, and it's like the answers are right there. Whenever
Mhm.
we,
Some animals do mate for life, like
yeah,
swans, and I think
seahorses.
wolves, seahorses. Do they? I know
Oh
the
yeah,
male in
seahorses.
seahorses is the one that takes care of the babies.
Seahorses are one of the most romantic creatures in the world.
Yeah,
They mate for life, and the women pass the eggs on to the male to carry
yeah.
until
The only species where the male does all the work.
yeah. Well, like they're both basically in harmony. Like they are just like, and I wonder, I wonder if it's similar to like a dog or other species where they will imprint. And so
Mhm.
then when that person dies, like they even sometimes dogs will die after the
Yeah,
owners
that's
die.
so sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Diane says the rooster will jump all the ladies' backs. Yeah.
yeah.
He's got to find the right one that fits. The one that's
The
the
one
back.
that can
Right.
balance on the best.
Yeah, I can't imagine trying to do all that with the
It's
tiny rooster
funny
top.
with kids because they're like, "What are they doing?" Well, you see, when two chickens fall in love, no.
They're wrestling.
Yeah. It's funny because like now that I know how it works, like all the like parking lot birds that you'll run into and how they like jump and do like a little wiggle and then they're done. That's literally them mating. Like that's how fast it is. I'm like,
Woo,
damn. Yeah.
woo.
Like little rockets.
Like they don't have any use for foreplay or
Mhm.
to prolong the
They're like,
situation.
I'm only here to fertilize and I'm done.
If you think about it, it's efficiency. Like it's really very very inefficient to have a species that indulges in pleasure of any kind. Video games, cannabis,
Oh,
whatever.
some
Name
birds do
name
some pretty
your
badass
vice.
dances for their ladies.
Right, but name your vice, and whatever it is, humans are unique in that we do things that are very inefficient. Although I guess we're not that unique. There are some species that will play jokes and prank or
Yeah.
play with their food or whatever. Like some cat species like that will just kill things for fun and not kill them because they want to eat. So I guess there is
Yeah.
that, but not to the degree that humans indulge in stuff that have nothing to do with being efficient and living and becoming like thriving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then it's like, well, what's the point of living if we don't have some kind of like fun, right? But we just look at animals that they don't look at the rhino. Like the rhino's like not like there's probably things that it enjoys, but it's
Yeah.
really just like a very
Yeah.
surface level emotion of like, oh, the cooler shade here. I like that. I'm sitting here, like that's
That is true. Like, what do some animals? They're here to live.
most animals are just here to, yeah, or
Hippos
like
are
drone
scary.
species, any drone species. Look at bees
Yeah.
or ants, where it's like they don't have a choice in what they're
Yeah. Like ants never sleep. Man, I could get a lot done if I didn't have to sleep.
you get a lot done, but it's like, what would it be? Like who would care about it? Like it would just be like, it would just be.
It wouldn't matter. I'd be happy I can get shit done.
No, you would. I don't know. We wouldn't have happy
I
because we
know,
don't
yeah,
have
'cause it'd be
pleasure. You know what
like
I mean? Like it
the
wouldn't
new
be there anymore.
normal.
You wouldn't have happy without having the ability to indulge in pleasure, right?
Yeah.
Although
Well, I mean,
we
I
look
guess
at
if I
happy
didn't
as
have to work the entire time.
right. No, life is work. Like there's not
Yeah.
really a way to work live life without working. And
So
and
pick what
and
you enjoy doing to work.
right. Well, I mean, even look at and let's not. And I don't mean working at a company, but I mean what I mean is like doing
Right.
some kind of effort.
Yeah.
Look at rich people that end up just indulging all the time. They end up unhealthy, overweight, and die early or whatever. And then you see some rich people that go through steps to stay healthy, and that's work, right?
Hmm.
And that doesn't necessarily mean they're athletic. Like look at Bill Gates, like he probably has like some crazy drug that he takes or whatever, that's a crazy booster vitamin or some shit. But he went through the work to like to 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 make that part of his life. Like, hey, I want to do this to
Yeah.
make myself more healthy. Like that, there's work involved in that. So I don't mean when I say work, I don't mean like you can
Yeah.
include rich people
Commitment.
in this because they still, some of them are athletic, some of them will do like they got time to go to the gym or whatever, and that's great for
Mhm.
them, but they still have to put in that work. You might say like plastic surgery. Well, that's a lot of work too. You got to sit around with like bandages all over your
Yeah.
face
Fuck that.
like freaking Dark Man
Usually all
for.
that filler shit navigates, and that's why they get like really disgusting high cheeks and fake looking
Oh
fish
yeah, then you gotta
lips
do
and
work. You gotta keep going back. You gotta go back for like
yeah.
this checkup and that
Yeah,
this
it's
this
not good.
filler. Oh, you're drooping a little bit. We gotta give you a quick injection over there. That's just
Yeah, too
crazy.
much work and money.
Yep, that's what I mean. So like when I'm talking about work, I just mean like literal effort.
Right.
Wild
So I
Bird's Man for
watched
life.
this
Yeah.
new thing on Netflix called "You Are What You Eat." You should watch it. It's great.
You are what
Anyone out there
you eat.
watching, you should watch it. It's on Netflix. It's great. It's like a test on twins, but it's like on multiple sets of twins because their genetic gut makeup basically is really similar. So they did it against a vegan diet compared to an omnivore diet.
So they asked these twins to do
They
separate
like,
diets, or
yeah, they had to. One twin was vegan, the other one was an omnivore, and then they compared results at the end. But it was really interesting to learn about it all.
that sounds really good. We should do
Yeah,
a. How long is it? Is it a documentary?
yeah. It's like 4 episodes. So, and
Oh,
I
so
think each one is like an hour. I think about.
ooh, we could do a watch party on locals with
I would
that.
watch it again. That'd be badass.
It would be
It's
a
great.
because I don't want to get copyright claimed. But if
Right.
I do it on locals, behind the paywall, or even for people not just paid members. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. But I want to try and involve more people. But I want to put it somewhere where I'm going to be safe
Right.
with that. But maybe just make it for paid members. You know, make it for
There you go.
more paid content. Little watch party. I think we might start doing watch parties more because it would be fun to get some of these documentaries out of the way that people have
Right.
brought up, and you know, it's to learn all together, and then we can all talk about it in the public shows for sure.
Mhm.
All right, let's see. Oh yeah, it's not Tuesday. I would like to add another spin on the wheel, but I really gotta keep things tight right now. Make sure you get a number over there, Smash, and everybody
Oh
else.
yeah. Yeah, we'll do that right now.
Like I said, I don't have something to review. I actually wanted. I kept thinking I was going to drive an hour and a half away, um, so 3 hours total, to a head shop that had a Black Friday like deal going on, and they put out a commercial, and it was funny and stuff. And I was yeah, I want to go and check it out and do a review, and I just couldn't get myself to want to make that trip for a just for the head shop.
Yeah, I feel that.
I gotta
All
do
right.
some more.
Just go the comment up.
I gotta be driving
Yeah.
more distances because there's too many things that are just a little bit further away that I need to go check out. Like the happy hippie head shop, they have a bar. I forgot what it was called, but it's 3.5 hours away. You know, 7 hour drive to go eat at at a place, but they are a sponsor, and I haven't met them before, and so it's a very conflicting trip, that one. And they do have to work late, so it was
Do they ever do like events there and stuff? Go when there's like a big event.
right. That's a good call. Yeah, kind of make it more worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. They might. I don't know if they do or not. Actually,
I bet they do.
actually.
I know. Every time somebody says actually, literally my whole life, I always thought they were saying
I
actually.
never
And I
thought
always
about that
like
until right
double
now.
glance up.
Like I hear my name sometimes in certain ways, like way this, way something.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I could see actually being really.
And I'm like, wait, what? Oh, they weren't talking about me.
It's like actually, bitch. And you're
Yeah,
like, what
right.
did you say? What did you say?
Like, come again?
I wasn't talking to you. I would have said actually, Ashley. Actually. Okay. Well, let's. I'll do one more here. We're gonna get going. Let's play. What should we play? Our last song of the night.
Edibles.
Edibles, the rock or the female voice?
The Rock.
The rock and edibles.
That one's
Let's
fun.
go. How with this using my little thingy here?
Yeah.
Before I had a problem with my puzz. And the mic would look
like
separate.
pop. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't call it pop. Everyone says pop. I'm like, I've never heard of that. I don't hear it called that, but more than one person now has said
Snap,
that.
crackle,
So
pop.
I think you guys win. I've heard it 2 or 3 times, so I'm gonna have to start using it. No more pop. I've been taking this, so you'll have to let me know how to order more of the clean nettle tincture.
Yeah, I can send some your way.
I mean, I still
I was
have
gonna
quite a
send you
bit.
some
I
of
still
that
have
wild
quite a bit.
lettuce tincture too to try out
Oh,
for pain.
you're guinea pig. So is
Yeah.
it something I ingest?
Just like the stinging nettle one.
Okay, the sublingual.
Yeah.
What's the difference of putting it under my tongue and just swallowing it?
Under the tongue is a very high absorption rate spot, kind of like the belly button. But either way, as long as you're
Belly
getting it in, yeah. Let it soak in there for a bit. You don't have to. That's a weird way to do it, but that is how they can do it. Just sit there and lay down with it in your belly button for an hour.
Wow. Well, at least it says wild lettuce is like opioids addiction.
So no, you can't get addicted to it. It's like a compound in it says squiterpene or some weird name like that, but it's where it has the same effects, but it's not addictive.
Now you can have like a mental addiction to things, I'm sure, but
Right, yeah, I'm sure, but I guess tinctures I wouldn't take that often to, I guess, become addicted to it.
yeah, I don't plan to like guzzle the stuff. Like in fact, I have this bottle here, and like I said, I don't need more. I just yet, but it's still up here.
Oh yeah, no worries.
I got most of it still. And it is an interesting feeling. Like I don't think it tastes bad. It's just this like sting that's happening until it like goes away. Just leave it there until it goes away. Great Tom.
You can't compare that plant to wild lettuce though. Two different plants, different compounds.
In the opioid family don't mean you don't get addicted to them. That's morphine. You can get addicted to anything. I mean,
Maybe not addicted. I guess it like cannabis. I wouldn't say addicted. I'd say it's more of the habit addiction.
right. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
There's a physical.
But again,
and a mental
I
addiction.
wouldn't promote using wild lettuce as a drug every day. It's literally just for pain. So
Is it so? It's for pain. Like it would be for pain in my shoulder. It would work.
yeah. Hmm.
So it would be like an Advil or a
Right.
something like
Ibuprofen
that.
or something like that. Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah. I mean, I'm not addicted to those.
Right.
Although some people take them like candy if they have a lot of pain.
Right.
have nothing else to
Damaging
do,
all
yeah.
of their innards in the process.
Now I do have a pill I take with that I'm sure is I don't know if it's an opioid or what, but it does knock out my migraines whenever I get migraines once or twice a
Mhm.
week. I have
Yeah.
to take
Rosemary is a good one to take
Hey,
consistently to help with headaches.
okay. Well, I take two Tylenol with it. They say I have to take two Tylenol and this pill. I can't Mirazepam or something. I don't know. I don't think that's what it is. I'd have to go look at the name of it, but it's a pill that's has helped me a lot because I was getting migraines that were just horrendous. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it's been a while since I've had to like have my glasses on.
I need to get new glasses. I lot well, actually I let my son borrow my glasses and he broke them. And I never got them replaced.
I mean, I just mean these.
No, no, I mean my real glasses.
Well, these help me with all the light that's in my face
There you go.
because there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 ring lights, 5 lights, 6 lights, 6 lights plus 2 screens in my face, plus 2 phones. So
Is it
plus the
green? Like
grow
you see
light.
green?
I forgot about the grow light, huh?
You see
It
green?
does look a little. Everything looks a little
Okay.
greenish. Yeah. Well, let's have the conversation, Elise. May come on up and let's hear what you have to say.
Man-made drugs will always be 100,000% different than plants to me, so I will never compare them.
You said I'm no different than Vicodin or someone using Vicodin and Percocet. It blocks the pain receptacles in your brain, without the receptacles being unblocked in your brain. Well, yeah, I mean that's what a pain medication does. It's not like okay, Lisa, I understand what you're saying, but if you have like a major pain, some people will take pain pills when they don't have pain, and that's
Mhm.
what you call addiction. But I see what you're saying, but I'm not 100% sure why. Like, I can't tell if you're being like angry about it or not because it's in text form.
It's always
So
some plant comment when I come up. She don't like that I promote plants.
yeah, I mean, I
It's a
think
thing.
well, to Elisa's point, I think maybe she's just mentioning that they have downside. There's
Definite
downside
plants
or
out there that are poisonous, but
well, not
you
just
shouldn't.
poison, but like even the medicinal plants can be overused or can be abused, and that's not a bad point to make. But I feel like you're being very like I don't know, like angry about plants, and it's like cannabis is a medicine, and where are you finding wild lettuce?
Out in the wild. No. It's yeah, I mean, you can find it along with wildflowers anywhere.
Joe's right. Yeah, most drugs are made from plants. Yeah, or at least they started it as
Just
plants.
started, and then usually when they extract it and add more additives and all their chemicals and stuff that they're
Well, yeah,
trying to mimic the plant power from, but when you
or in
add
the
in everything, it's
manufacturing
not good.
process when you would just like
Yeah.
processed foods, they
Hmm.
process drugs. So you're not wrong, Elisa, but I'm not sure what the point is. Like you're. I mean, do you think that Ashley is saying that plants have no side effects? I mean, that's literally drugs. Like it is like food and plants are drugs. Nobody's angry. Okay. Some of them are not good for you. So are you saying that
Yeah, I agree.
well, we are in agreement. So are you saying that wild lettuce is not good for you because you haven't actually said that? You have just started coming out saying that there are bad things about it. So are you well, let me look up here. It says the first thing you said is like it's like being addicted to opioids. So you're saying that all opioids are bad are you saying wild lettuce is bad? Like what's the main what's the main issue here? Saying it can be highly addictive. Okay. Just as any other opioid, just like food, just like all kinds of things.
Yeah, if you feel a side effect, then discontinue use. Perfectly
Right.
taken care of.
Most people have a surgery. You
I might have
end
a
up
picture of
with
wild lettuce.
opioids
Well,
that
I don't
you
know if it'll come up good, but I can
Yeah,
try.
but opioid pills are a hell of a lot stronger and more processed than like a plant. Even if it was like poppy seeds or say coca leaves, you could chew on coca leaves and get a mild effect from like what we think of as cocaine, but not
Mm.
nearly the effect when they take thousands of coca leaves and
I
process
don't know
them
if
into.
it'll. I don't know if it'll look.
I'm not
It's
seeing it.
gonna be
Yeah.
blurry. Darn it. It's okay. If you Google wild lettuce though, but Diane, if you want some, I do have some dried.
Where did you learn about wild lettuce? Just out of curiosity.
My herbal book
Who's the
from
author of the herbal book? Maybe we can have him on
Nicole.
sometime.
I wish. Oh my god, if you could. I'm gonna
We should-
try too, because that would be so amazing. Her name's
No, like
Nicole.
I would invite you on, and we could all
Yeah,
have
that'd
a
be
conversation.
amazing. Nicole Apelion. She has 2 books out now. Actually, more than that, but those are her herbal books.
Hmm.
But she was on the show alone.
Well,
And
you gotta come to the space, the Holy Health space.
I
sometime.
know,
You
I
got
know.
to.
My phone's out though till
I'm telling you, that's
Wednesday,
such a huge thing.
so it's not so
Um,
easy to access my apps right now.
Your phone's out.
Yeah, like the screen went out. I can't do
Oh,
nothing.
that's why we couldn't see anything just there.
Yeah.
That's what you're showing me. Okay.
Or no. That's a different. This is the Wi-Fi old phone I have, but I don't have all of my apps on here. So I'll just wait till Wednesday till I can get a new phone, and then I'll have everything back, and then I can join stuff more.
Right. I didn't know about that. Yeah, that's definitely a hindrance,
Yeah.
to say the least. But you definitely could sit at the computer and listen.
Right. Yeah.
I'm actually thinking about asking her if I can live stream it, where
There
it
you
would
go.
be, it would, I guess I could be on the screen, but for the most part, it would be just the screen of the X spaces or whatever.
Mhm.
Anyway, that's going to be a good one. But going there each week, you have people on there that are much more into herbal remedies and different things like that. They're definitely anti. And these are nurses and doctors on there who speak out against the medical industry on this space. You are going to love the space. It's not
Oh
just
yeah.
informative. It's about
Right.
the sort of movement of getting back into health. And anyway,
Yeah.
it's definitely worth it. And
Good.
I can't wait to. I think I might have to try and record it in some way, and maybe I could just
Do like little
repost it.
clips of it or something for
Take clips
reels
of
or
it,
something.
yeah. Yep, because whenever I'll speak at some point, but we're all going to take different things. Like one person's going to talk about grow zones, which is cool. Another person's going to talk about pests and different things.
Hell yeah.
I don't like it's candy. Well, what do you mean? So you're saying that the more people you grow their own herbs and medicine, that they'll be taking it more like candy? I don't think so. When you start having to work more for it, you have to like be more in tune with what you're doing. You're not going to have some like cracked out druggy growing his own herbs just because of the drug side effect, and then
And it would have to be so much of it and so often. Okay, it's not like cannabis,
you'd have to concentrate it like you would with
Right.
cannabis,
And even when you concentrate it,
bother
it's
with
even
that
stronger of a pain medication. It's not something dangerous in my eyes, but to each their own. Again, if there's side effects, discontinue use.
I think I keep coming back to how much weaker it is when you like even a tincture. This tincture is concentrating it quite a bit.
Yeah, like to a stronger.
but
Yeah.
it's not nearly as concentrated as pills or as
Mhm.
the pharmaceutical from the store,
Hmm.
in my opinion. So I mean, I'm just saying, like, chewing on like a wild piece of tobacco is different than chewing on like some skull or whatever, with all the
Right.
chemicals.
Yeah.
People that know how to make the drugs make more. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's for sure. Your pubes need to reflect your garden. Use your hoe.
I don't know if I'd use a hoe on pubes. That might be a little painful.
I'm not sure what he means by that. I don't use a hoe either. You just mean like to trim up? You should.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I mean, I need to trim.
Like weeding it,
No matter if
taking care of
they're
that garden.
Yeah, well, I was talking about this early on in the episode, but there was a small win in my book. Not for me, but just a win. I saw it as a win watching Kill Tony, and they're passing a blunt. I knew I know they're smoking weed up there, but most of the time they don't really like outright say it. But they passed a blunt to the comedian up at the mic. The judges did, and they shared a blunt for a minute. And they're talking about it and everything, and I'm just like, look, that is one of that's if not the biggest live podcast that's out there. And I'm like, that boom, that's that's one step forward in the mainstream, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yep.
Every time I see that, I take it as a small win, because every time I do a dab on screen, every time I pull the dab and dragon out, I just assume that that's what I get like lower reach for, you know what I mean?
Yeah, probably.
Really,
but
one person at a time, I find you guys. I find friends that keep coming back, and find some value in what I'm doing here. Just saying, maintain your garden.
Right.
Robert, come on up, man. You got time to come up for a smoke. But I'm gonna get going after this dab. But if Robert comes up, we'll stay up for a second. And obviously, you can go anytime you got to go. Smashly, I'm gonna play us. Let's see, what should we play? We'll play the Influencers song.
There you go.
We'll play.
In the digital age where the fame is made, we got influencers that here to play. Beam Dangles on the scene, streaming live at 10 with his witty commentary. He's your new best friend with the social media stars.
Oh, is this where everybody gets mentioned?
Yeah, a whole bunch of people.
Where it says I'm fucking breaking stuff.
Goes on, but I don't need to come up. Okay. Well, you don't have to. You could just say no thanks. I'm just sending the invite. I can do it without you.
She's got the streets. Here's Steve-O stunts. He's wild and free. Jay Frost with his bars. He's lyrically keen. With the influencers, we shine so bright. Red 6 with the tricks. We're all about the sight. From our phones to your screens, we're all you see in this digital world.
Man.
We're the royalty. Live from the couch or a field of green, we're sharing our lives like you've never seen. Followers
Running
likes,
through
it's
your
all about the
virtual
count,
cornfield.
just as we make the crowd shout. So here's to the influencers in this digital age. We're sharing our stories, we're writing the page. Being Dango.
I saw a VR version of Bingo.
Oh yeah?
And I thought I could do game night in VR one night.
That would be kind of cool.
Play bingo.
That would be kind of cool. No streakers. That's right.
Robert's running through his virtual cornfield, I see. Robert, you ever play VR? What's up, James? Great show. Thanks, brother. James, make sure you get your number. Put yourself on the post. Get a number. Actually, breaking stuff.
I know. I love it. Breaking barriers.
I just shoved a bunch of things into it, so if you didn't make the cut, it's no big deal. I just.
What did it just say?
I don't know.
Did you hear that?
About Justice Fighter or something.
Oh, I thought it said jumped insider.
Ninja Warriors can.
Did you hear the same
okay. Oh yeah. A virtual nude duck goose. Okay. Virtually nude. No, I don't mean virtually nude. Virtual reality. You know you're virtually nude all the time. Red 6.
Hunting ducks, apparently.
Red 6. This song only mentions Red 6 one time, but everyone else repeats it like 2 or 3 times.
That's funny. Red 6 picks up sticks.
Red 6 has all the tricks or something like that.
Oh, that's funny.
Red 6 has all the tricks. Something, all right. Red 6, what's up, man? All right. Have a great night, Smashley. Thanks for coming
Yeah,
up.
you too.
I think I talked to you about it last week. The Santa Claus movies I've seen this year, a couple of them. We
Mhm.
might do a little review on Santa Claus movies tomorrow night.
I seen a show on Netflix advertised called what is it?
La
Hot,
La.
Frosty, Hot Frosty.
Hot Frosty.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll have to
seen
watch
it.
that one too.
Yeah, see what
Then
that's
I'll have
about.
a three review. Well, the one movie with the Rock, it's called Red One.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that.
Chris Evans and the Rock. And the other
Mhm.
one's called Dear Santa with Jack Black.
Did you see them both?
Yes,
You like them?
they were all right. I was not as impressed, I think, as I was hoping to be, but they were also for kids movies. I think they were pretty good, and I also think that you're not going to like them if you're not going to watch them with kids. Like that's just what it is, you know. My son fell asleep to one of them, you know, to Red One. So,
That's funny.
geez, Jeff, only the good ones. Okay, Jeff, what do you eat though? Because that's drugs too. You got to think of food as drugs. Look up the definitions. Everything you eat that is changing your body on a molecular level
Yeah,
is a drug. It is
doing something inside of you.
it changes your mood, it changes your ability to function, all of those things. Food does that. So
Preach.
you got to think about
Literally, you guys got to watch that show. You Are What You Eat. Netflix. Get it.
that. Oh, Bobbert's playing new table tennis now. I hope your paddle's not too red. Dear Lord, I've come close a couple times. So, Bobber, I found a VR game that I might have to play behind the paywall because it's an adult game.
Oh, jeez.
I was like, oh my god! I was going down the list. I'm like, this is like an open. Steam is like an open game that's the thing that any kid can go looking up games on.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that I found this game on there, I was pretty jaw dropped. I was like, "What the heck?" Like open.
You're like, it's perfect.
Well, I was like, if I want to review this one, I better put that one behind the paywall for sure. Oh man! And then I saw this article. I haven't played the game, but I saw an article that said that game. This was 6 years ago. That this game had a bug or some kind of an exploit or backdoor that released like thousands of users' emails and usernames and stuff. So it was basically like telling on all these men that were using this sex VR game, like very funny stuff. But yeah, I thought about like maybe doing to show it off, but I'll have to do that on locals for you guys.
That's funny.
That would be crazy, but like VR is like come a long way. No pun intended. But there are some new ones out and stuff. So I might start my new page soon, but it is what it is. You guys have a good one. Remember, it's really all about being sustainable. I like VR, I like technology. There are ways to be independent and self-sustainable in technology, like some Bitcoin or some crypto or whatever. Think about getting some Bitcoin, guys. That's not financial advice. It's just like look into it. It's going to go up more. It's already gone up almost double in the last couple weeks since Trump won the election. It literally almost doubled, like right away.
Oh yeah.
So it was, and it's going to go up more and more and more. So it's just one little place. I'm not saying put all your money into it, but it's one little place that you could like see a gain here and there. It's not a quick gain, but it's a gain. Trying to stay happy, you said, is the problem when life is so fucked up. Well, it's not about trying to stay happy. Like you're using something else to make you happy. So cannabis for me, helps with my appetite. It helps me not worry so much about different things, and that can help me. You could say that helps me be happier, but happiness is a state of mind. Happiness is a choice, is what I should have said, actually. Happiness is a choice.
Dude.
Huh?
Attitude of gratitude brings along more
Right.
Great.
And just like I've heard it said different ways recently, but I always thought and said that your failures are lessons and they are actually a good thing in a lot of ways if you use them in such. If you run from them and you try to pretend they didn't happen or try not to face them, then you are quite possibly could go down a sort of spin down a rabbit hole and become, or what do you call it? Not a rabbit hole, but when you tailspin. But I think if you take the failures and be like, okay, what can I learn from it? Then you can move forward. But it really is a state of mind. It's fun watching you guys playing. You watched last night, Diane. That's awesome. Last night was the Pepto-Bismol run. You didn't see the game, I don't think, Smashly, but
I didn't know.
they were running around picking up Tums and Pepto-Bismol bottles.
That's funny.
And running to the dining table at the end. So it was funny. Have Crohn's, yeah. Right. Yeah. So
Also, food is a drug, and it also fuels the way your mind thinks, even with depression. So
yeah, that too. You could be eating into more depression, eating foods that make you more depressed. And they actually say, like, I found out why I have a little man gut right here. It's depression and anxiety spot right there. I saw a little chart where it shows you where the weight comes on for different reasons.
yeah.
You have money to invest. That's okay, Diane. I actually do a thing where it's like literally you can buy $1 of it, but I do a thing where my dividends or my change, like say if I buy something and it's $1.50, well, then that other 50 cents goes into Bitcoin. So just my change gets put into it. It's like pills. Take them, get reaction. Okay. Yeah, you get a reaction because they're so much more concentrated. And so that's why herbs, even concentrated herbs that we're talking about, you may not get like that crazy punch like you would with like Vicodin or something, but you would take something over time. And to Lisa May's point, you may get adapted to it and maybe want to take it more. And so you have to be careful with anything, gotta say. Jeff has Crohn's too. Wow. I have over 100 plants in my house and yard, all types of things. I bet, Alan, I got to come to your house sometime. That'd be crazy. It's me and Pop, but you're either gonna get the Talkie Bob or the Shh Bobby. Yeah, I got you on that one. That's for sure. Greg coming in on the Twitch. What's up, man? We're about to be leaving here soon, but thank you for coming by. Greg's my friend from X, but he's on Twitch too. Twitch sucks. I don't get any love on Twitch really. So a copy night. A couple nights ago when you and Bean Dango played. I don't think Bean played what? Oh, the VR. I thought she was talking about game night. Yes, we played VR. Did you watch any of that? You saw some of that, didn't you?
I think a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. The pills when I pooped a sky blue turd. Oh, snap. Yeah, that seems not good. Yeah, I guess the pain can be worse than really worrying about the side effects sometimes when you take these drugs. All right, we got to get going. I'm reading all your comments, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks again, Smashly. We'll see you later. Have a good week.
You too.
Remember, guys, we all can build off of things that we have in common. And at least one thing that we all have in common is what? You know it. You know it.
Gotta eat.
We all got to eat, guys. Good night.
Yeah, this is for my green thumbs in the game. Wailing the indoor farmer. Check my name. Sustainability, we about to reclaim. This is how we do it, keep it in the frame. I'm wailing the farmer, the indoor king. Living off the grid, what the city can't bring. Got my hydro setup, my LED lights. Growing all my greens, all through the night. Self-sustain, that's the mission. Growing my own, I'm not missing. Indoor farming, the hustle's real. Wayland's here, and